Outside her home along Guatemala's Pacific coast, Argentina Monterroso prepares for work. Her grandchildren help her make ice treats to sell, bringing in a few dollars a day. The 57-year-old doesn't know how she'll protect her family from a spring that's bubbling up under their house.
Sí, se enferman bastante, pues, por la humedad.
The children get sick because of the humidity and the cold at night. I'm hoping before I die, the government will help me make a better house for the children.
Just 2 blocks away, Elicio Juarez walks the streets selling coconuts. Most days, he makes just $5, barely enough to support his 2 children.
There are no work opportunities for poor people. Without an education, you can't find a decent job. It's very hard. The government has forgotten us.
Throughout towns and villages across Guatemala, stories like these are common. And with voters about to choose their next president, many say that rural areas, with 40% of the population, need more attention.
2 candidates will face off in the second round of Guatemala's presidential elections on Sunday. But many voters here question whether either candidate will be able to bring the kind of change so desperately needed in communities like this.
Teachers at the local public school say they don't receive any support from the central government. They had to turn away 300 children due to lack of space.
Whenever a new administration takes power, they make many promises and say that the children are the future. But they fail to carry through with the promises, especially in rural areas.
Some community leaders believe voting can make a difference and are meeting with residents to talk politics and politicians.
Our vote counts, and I think in rural areas it's very important to vote so we can get someone into office who's concerned about our well-being. We have the greatest needs, and yet many governments have abandoned us.
Government programs could provide some relief for millions of Guatemalans if the next president makes people like Argentina a priority. David Mercer, Al Jazeera, Prados de Carmen, Guatemala.